Maintaining your bike will make it last a lot longer, and the most vital task is just changing the oil. It's real quick, real easy, but it'll add a lot of life to your bike. See your owner's manual for some recommendations on when to change it, but a good guideline is about every 10 hours of riding. It does need to be changed a lot more often than a street bike or a car, not because the oil breaks down, but because it gets contaminated with dirt and dust. You'll need oil. The bike takes about a quart of 1040, a wrench to take off the drain bolt. I'm using a 24mm for that, and I'm also using an 8mm wrench to take off my skid plate. While not strictly necessary, some brake cleaner and some paper towels will make cleaning a lot easier. And I'd also recommend a pair of disposable gloves just to protect you from the chemicals in the oil and the brake cleaner. You'll also need something to catch the old oil. I use an automotive drain pan, but you can use anything, even a tin pan would work fine, or a gallon milk jug with the top cut off. The drain, intuitively, is located at the bottom of the bike. In this case, it's right behind the shift lever. I'm going to move the skid plate out of the way by removing some bolts at the front and on the bottom of the plate. Now just start the bike up and let it warm up for a minute or two. This will let the oil flow better, and contaminants will be suspended in the oil and they'll come out as it drains. With your catch pan in place, unbolt your drain plug. Now, you're going to need to pay some special attention to what comes out here. In my case, first I have the bolt, then I have a spring, and then I have a cup. Pay attention to the orientation of everything here, because you're going to want to put it back in the same exact order that you found it. This oil screen is a permanent filter. Your bike might have a disposable paper one that you can replace. But in this case, I'm just going to clean mine off with a spray of brake cleaner and then paper towel. I also wipe off all the sealing surfaces with a brake cleaner covered towel. This just makes sure everything seals well. Reassemble in the same order that you took it out in. First, put the cup in, then the spring, and then the bolt. Now it's real important that you hand tighten at first, because you really don't want to strip the engine. That's going to turn a 15-minute job into an entire weekend. So, be very careful not to cross thread. Slowly put the bolt in, and if you feel too much resistance too early, back it out, make sure the threads are square, put it back in. First I'm using an extension, just real lightly getting it hand tight until it's snug. Then I put my wrench on the extension and torque it enough so that it won't go anywhere, but not so much that I rip the engine out of the bike. Now go back up to the bike where the oil filler cap is. Now wipe off the filler. That way you're not going to get any dirt around the filler back into the engine. Remove the filler cap, then use a funnel to pour your oil in. Now, start the bike briefly, about 5 seconds. Turn it off, then check the oil level with the bike perpendicular to the ground. I do this by just leaning the bike towards me. You can also put a piece of wood under the kickstand. As you can see here, the oil level is perfect, right in between low and high. Now, don't fall into the trap that more is better. It's actually better to slightly underfill your engine than it is to slightly overfill your engine. If you overfill your engine, you might increase the oil pressure so much that you blow out seals. And I've seen this happen in street bikes, so don't let that happen to you. Err on the side of caution, and optimally, get your oil level right in between these two marks. That's it, guys. It's a real easy job, but it's really important for the life of your bike. If you like this video, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.